evening, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome back to the Football Heritage. I am Musa alongside Mr. Yaya Kone, and today we will be bringing you the preview of the weekend fixture in the world of football in the Premier League and the Spanish La Liga. And the first game we will be looking at is the Liverpool game. Liverpool, they are at home to Ipswich Town. Liverpool last game in the Premier League, they scored two stoppage time goal through Darwin Nunes to win 2-0 against Brentford. And the first leg in Ipswich, Liverpool won 2-0. And tomorrow will be the return leg at Anfield. Coming into this fixture, Liverpool, they are top of the Premier League table, 6 point clear over second place Arsenal, having played one game less than Arsenal. And Liverpool last 5 games in the Premier League, they have won three and they draw two of their last 5 Premier League games. And for Ipswich, they are in relegation zone. They have won one of their last 5 games, and that win was against Chelsea. And they are 18th place with just 16 points, and they are struggling at this moment. Their last Premier League game, they lost at home to Manchester City by 6 goals to 0. And tomorrow opposition is Liverpool. And Liverpool, they are in a title race. They're chasing a title, and it will not be an easy game tomorrow for Ipswich Town. So, Mr. Connor, you being a Liverpool supporter in the Premier League, tomorrow your next opponent in the Premiership is Ipswich Town. So, what's your opinion on that game?
Well, I want to say good evening to you, Musa Kone, and good evening to um, our follower, to good evening to the listener, good evening to the footballing world. It's a privilege being here again tonight to pre-discuss the weekend feature. Um, I'm happy to be here. It's good thing to be here. Going to tomorrow game, Liverpool is on top of the table. We know in the second phase of the league, it's always tricky when you go in against a relegation team. Um, Ipswich Town, they play some brilliant game against Chelsea. They can pull us surprises at any time. Um, they will try to do everything possible to be at their best tomorrow so they can secure a point. 'Cause every point for Ipswich now is important. The same with Liverpool in the title race. Um, they can afford to drop points at any time of the league right now because there'll be a pressure from Arsenal if they drop any point. So to that game is going to be a tricky one. Liverpool is going to be all over the place, try to win again. Um, on the other hand, Ipswich going to be there to cause some upset tomorrow because they're trying to survive relegation, and relegation team is always troubling. Um, they don't play all of their game. I mean, to play the best game, or they're going to be playing brilliant football or something like that. No, they're always there now to fight and secure a point. Draw or win is the most important thing for Ipswich from that perspective. So they'll be defending heavily tomorrow, knowing that they cannot compete with Liverpool in terms of ball possession, creativity. But they can sit deep and catch Liverpool on a break. Uh, of recent, we see Liverpool conceding goals easily, so it might cause them some problem if they try to play the same way they've been playing the last couple of games. We saw their left back and the right back being so weak in recent games. Robinson and Trent Alexander-Arnold, they haven't been good enough defensively of recent, which are causing problems. But Mayfield wise, Liverpool is going to control the game. Attacking wise, they're going to control the game. It's really going to be tough for Ipswich as well to defend against Liverpool in 90 minutes. Liverpool trio out of starts off from tomorrow. Mo Salah is going to be part of that. You got Luis Diaz, you got Capo. Those three guys at the start tomorrow. It's going to be um, really chaotic for Ipswich defense. Um, Coming from the bench as well, they got Jota, they got Darwin Nunes, now they got Chiesa. He had joined the attacking force of Liverpool. So it's a difficult task for any defense in world football right now to stop the front three. So now every point for Liverpool, every point is important. They can't afford to drop points like I said from the beginning. So looking at that game tomorrow, I don't think it's going to be highly competitive match, except of upset, except something else changes. But I believe that Liverpool is going to be in control of that game tomorrow, and it might not be a comfortable win, but they can score up to 3 goals tomorrow. So my prediction for that game is 3-1 in favor of Liverpool.
3 goes to 1 in favor of Liverpool. Oh, thank you very much for that analysis. I think tomorrow game it's a crucial game because it's a Premier League match. You don't underestimate anything in the Premier League. And Ipswich Town, they are fighting for survival. And that's how it's going to be until the season end. They are in a relegation zone. And they have a good striker in their team, Leon Delap. But looking at Liverpool team from the Mayfield, Gravenberg, Alexis McAllister, Dominic Soboslai, those three guys, they have been informed this season. Gravenberg has been one of the best defensive midfielders this season. He has been tremendous in Liverpool title charge this season. And Liverpool going to win the Mayfield battle. So Ipswich, particularly at Anfield, they're just going to sit back to catch Liverpool on the break. But it's going to be difficult, particularly if you look at Liverpool's center defense. The main danger man in Ipswich Town squad is Leon Delap. And he will be going up against Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate. And Ibrahima Konate and Van Dijk, in my opinion, they are the two best center back pairing in the Premier League at this moment in time. Even though our neighbor from across London will say it's William Saliba and Gabriel. But factually, this season, when Konate play, it's a different Liverpool team. Ibrahima Konate, even in the French national team, he is the first defender on the team sheet, not Saliba. But they're going to make it hard for Delap. And up front, Liverpool, they have a lot of goal scorer up front. Cody Gakpo is in the form of his life. He's scoring goals. Mo Salah, he has been doing it for 8 years now consistently. So we expect him to either score or get assists tomorrow. And Diaz too is contributing. Darwin Nunes, as we all saw this weekend, came from the bench to score twice. He will be in a top form, and he will be hoping to start tomorrow. So I'm guessing that tomorrow game, Darwin Nunes will start ahead of Luis Diaz, because if you come from the bench and score twice in 2 minutes, I think you deserve to start the following game, particularly at Old Trafford, at Anfield, where Liverpool will get much of the ball. They're going to get a lot of the ball. They're going to be in possession most of the time. They're going to be on the front foot. So with people like Nunes on the team, they stand a chance, particularly a height, if they try to run beyond, to give passes in behind the defense. If that doesn't work, they will try to put in some crosses for people like Darwin Nunes. So tomorrow, I won't say it will be one-sided because it's a Premier League game, and the team they are playing, Ipswich, they are almost there, and it's just like when somebody is about to get drowned in the ocean, they can look for anything to just hold to survive. So they will be trying to catch Liverpool on the break, but I think Liverpool will be too superior for them. So for me, I think Liverpool gonna win 4 goals to nil. That's my prediction for that game. Liverpool 4, Ipswich Town 0. And we move on to the next game. The next game will be Wolves against Arsenal. So second play Arsenal, they travel to Wolves tomorrow to play Wolves. And Wolves is also struggling. They are close to relegation. They are just go different above Ipswich Town. They are 17th place. So it's another game too tomorrow for Wolves. And looking at Wolves, they had a new manager bounce. Since the new manager bounced, they have lost their last 3 games in the Premier League. So they are not in good form. And this is not the best time to play Arsenal. Because Arsenal, especially if Liverpool win tomorrow, because Liverpool play first, and if Liverpool wins tomorrow, anyway, they gain simultaneously. I'm sorry, they play the same
Yeah,
time.
at the same
So
time.
they play the same time. So pressure will be on Arsenal to win because they cannot allow the gap to enlarge. If Liverpool open over 6 point gap with a game in hand, it will be almost over. So Arsenal on the other side, the last 5 games in the Premier League, they draw 2, they won 3. So they have similar record with Liverpool. So what's your opinion on that game?
Um, it's going to be another tricky match for Arsenal. Like I said early on, that every relegation team, when they going against a title contender or a league leader, a second place team, they'll be doing everything possible to secure a point, either draw or a possible win a game. So, and if you look at Wolf team, they got some brilliant guys on that team that can change game, that can cause so many offsets for any defense in the back of the Premier League. Uh, Arsenal, on the other hand, they just dropped the points. It wasn't a good one. They didn't like it, but it happens, and now they got to move on. I always said this: Arsenal is not willing to allow Liverpool to escape, you know, with the lead, because if you have allowed the league leader to continue putting gap between you and the second place team, is always, a problem. It's always a difficult task for you to recover. Right now, it's 6 points margin. If Liverpool wins tomorrow and Arsenal drop any points, is going to be a problem as well. So I don't think um, Wolf going to be in a position to really stop Arsenal from winning, or to pull out a draw against Arsenal. It's a huge task for them. Um, they're going through they're going through a transition period right now, and they haven't been in the best form of recent. So coming against Arsenal at this time is not a good one for them. But this is the Premier League. Things happens. We have seen a lot of changes when it comes to big games. A bigger team going against a smaller size. Sometimes things happen. that you don't even expect to happen. So it could be one of these days tomorrow against Arsenal. But from the Arsenal standpoint, they want to win every single games that they're going to right now. They can't afford to drop points. They can't afford to allow that gap to extend between they and the league leader, which is Liverpool. So I believe they're going to be too strong tomorrow. Also going to be too strong for Wolf tomorrow. So that game, my prediction is going to be in favor of Arsenal. Arsenal going to win again 3-2 tomorrow.
Yes. Wolves struggling right now since they had their new manager bounce, and they are struggling in the Premier League. They are close to relegation zone. The only reason they are not in the relegation zone, they are 4 goal better than Ipswich Town. So it's a difficult game for Wolves because Arsenal, they have to win. There is no room for error for Arsenal. It's a crucial game for Arsenal tomorrow. They have to get all 3 points. Wolves are struggling, and if you look at their record for the past few games, the last 5 meetings between the two teams in the Premier League, Wolves, they managed to only score 1 goal against Arsenal. That record is abysmal. The last 5 Premier League meeting, 1 goal against Arsenal is absolutely awful. So I don't see them getting anything from that game tomorrow. I don't see them getting anything from it. Probably if they score, that's the only thing they're going to get if they score or go in a game. Because how can you play a team 5 games, 5 consecutive games? You only managed to score 1 goal and you lost all the 5 games. So for me tomorrow, even though they have some good players like Matthew Kuna and like Anuri, those guys, they are good, but I don't think they will be that good enough against Arsenal, even though the Arsenal attack, they have come on a lot of criticism, particularly Kai Havertz, Gabriel Martinelli, with the absence of Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus. So they are on a lot of scrutiny right now. The Arsenal attack, Leandro Trossard, Kai Havertz, and Gabriel Martinelli. But I think Arsenal going to win because their team will be too strong for Wolves. So I think Arsenal going to win that game 3 goals to 1. That's my prediction for the game, 3-1. So we move on to the next game, which will be between. It's a battle for fourth, and it is a crucial game tomorrow. The battle for fourth, Chelsea, fourth place Chelsea, 2 point clear of fifth place Man City. We battle tomorrow at the Etihad Stadium, and this game gonna be a very crucial one. Man City in the Premier League, they are not lost in their last 5 Premier League games, won 3, and they won 3, they draw 2. They won against Leicester City, they won against West Ham United, and they won against Ipswich Town. For Chelsea, last 5 games, they just have 1 win. They win against Wolves, they drew against Bournemouth, they drew against Crystal Palace, they lost to Ipswich Town, and they also lost to Fulham. So, Mr. Corner, what's your opinion on that game?
Like you said, it's a top, almost like a title winning game because you got Chelsea sitting fourth place, and behind them is Man City with just a minimum point. So everybody want to maintain their spot. Man City want to go up. Man City want to get around the fourth place spot to start putting some pressure on Arsenal and um, Liverpool as well, because everybody knows Man City is they see a big team despite their poor run this season. When they around that spot, you can't feel comfortable anymore because they can pick up a very good run and win 10, 12 games in succession. And if that happened, there'll be a lot of changes on the table. So Chelsea, on the other hand, been fighting for so long to go to the Champions League. Now this is a season for them because they went close. They went second place. They went close to taking first place, but it slipped out of their hand, and now they're fighting to remain in the top four. So it's going to be a tough match. We saw Chelsea winning Man City the first leg this season. Sorry?
Man City won the first leg.
Oh, Man City,
2-0 at
sorry.
Stamford Bridge.
Man City won the first leg against Chelsea, and Chelsea were having a bad run from the start of the season. So now um, they want to pay back, and Man City want to maintain their 100% record. Um, it's going to be a tricky one for both sides. I know Chelsea got a very good compact midfield, and this is the era where Man City been dropping so many points this season. We saw them in the midway in the Champions League. They were up 2-0 against Paris Saint-Germain, and then all of a sudden it just went away. Things turned around. It's because the same thing we've been saying about Man City team. You know, the lack of energy within the team. You can see it's glaring. There's no doubt about it. When the game started, the first half they were putting everything, and then the second half, they just crumbled. It's the same thing that happened to them against Paris Saint Germain. And Chelsea got a very solid midfield. I know defensively, Chelsea is not good enough in defense, but they also got new players that just came in. I mean to say new player because he was on loan. Shaliba, he just returned, and he was the man of the match for Chelsea. Their last game in the Premier League. So there'll be a lot of changes in our defense. He taking that leadership role, and he was very solid. And we're going to see different Chelsea defense against Man City tomorrow. So possibly Man City can win, and I'll go for draw. I'll go for draw in that game. But if that game go draw in the first half, there's no chance for Man City to turn that result over in the second half because I haven't seen them doing it in recent time to come back in the second half and turn things around. And it's all because the weaknesses in Man City midfield. If a team start to pull up pressure, try to pile up pressure in a midfield, they just crumble and then they just give the ball away and then people just take the ball and go ahead and score goals. We have seen it so many times. So my prediction that game tomorrow is Chelsea 2, Man City 1.
All right, Chelsea, Man City 1, Chelsea 2. Thank you for that. Vabwe, welcome to the show. Let me just ask you, right? Tomorrow, Manchester City, they are at home at the Etihad against fourth place Chelsea. A win for City tomorrow will move them above Chelsea into fourth spot. And for City this season, we have seen it enough, especially against a decent opposition. They always crumble in the last 20, 30 minutes of the game. So what's your opinion? What's your perspective? Fabri.
Well, uh, hello,
Yeah, go ahead.
you getting me?
Yes, we're getting you live. Go
First of
ahead.
all, I would like to apologize for coming late on the show, and I also like to extend my greeting to all followers that are watching us tonight. My greeting also go to my brother Yaya and your family. Greeting to you all. Why? Tomorrow game, Chelsea versus Manchester City tomorrow is going to be a very good game tomorrow because Chelsea is in a third place. If I'm not making mistake, they're in a third place, and Man City is down. So there is the 2 point difference between them now. And now that game is going to be a sort of open game because Chelsea don't want for Man City to overcome him. If they overcome him tomorrow, that is going to be a bad side for them because we are looking at there is a two giant going in a game tomorrow. So that game is not a small game. And when you look at Man City defense, Mayfield now, they are not really they are not really performing because you have some old player in the Mayfield there, and now the player then they are tired. And Chelsea have some young player. They have some young Mayfielder, and now they just brought one of their their old player on the field now. Who is Chaloba? And Chaloba also too is a good player. He is a fantastic player because he been on the team for a long time. Paul Zuma then was there, and Thiago Silva then was there. He used to be behind them, watching them. But now there is a time now for him to prove himself. You even know that he play again. Hope the last time he play a better game. But now they are going to a strong start tomorrow, which is Manchester City because they are attacker and they are sharp. Any Haaland is there. Even if we able to continue any Haaland tomorrow, we are going to see that. But Chelsea have a better start tomorrow. They're going to play to win, and Manchester City are going there for win. So that game is not going to be a game that they are going to sit. Everybody need a 3 point tomorrow, and that game is very predictable tomorrow. But my prediction is that that game is going to be 1-1.
1-1. Thank you very much. I
Yeah.
would just allow you to predict the other two games that we did before you came on. And Wolf against Arsenal. What's your prediction for that one? Wolf was it Arsenal?
Wolf, Arsenal 3. Arsenal
3
3.
what? 3 what? 3
3
what?
1.
3-1 to Arsenal.
1
What
1.
about, yeah, that was a 3-1 to Arsenal. What about Liverpool was it Ipswich Town? What's your prediction for that one?
One-way traffic, 5-0.
5-0. Thank you very much, Vabwe. And thank you very much for that. So for me, the game it's a hard game. And Chelsea recent record against Man City is abysmal. Their last 10 games against City, they have not won a single game in their last 10 matches against Manchester City. That is absolutely dreadful. 10 consecutive games in all competition against Man City, Chelsea, they are winless. They have lost 8 of their last 10 games against City, draw 2. But because City this season, they have been absolutely awful this season. This is the only reason why I'm even giving Chelsea a chance in a game. Because if you look at the City Mayfield, the Mayfield is very old. They have a lot of old guys in the middle of the park. That's their problem. Man City major problem is that middle. And whenever a team decide to press them higher up the pitch, they capitulate. That's their major problem this season. That Man City team. You saw that game in May week against PSG. As soon PSG stopped them playing, what happened to them? They crumble under pressure. So this City team can't stand pressure. They Mayfield, they don't have the legs to run around to cover more ground on the pitch. You look at Matteo Kovacic in your 30s, Bernardo Silva in your 30s, Kevin De Bruyne also in your 30s. So it's very difficult for them to control the middle of the park because they don't have the legs to cover ground. If you look at Chelsea, if you look at Moise Casido, of Cole Palmer, Lavia, and you look at Enzo Fernandez, but some of those guys, they are doubtful. I don't know whether they will be fit for tomorrow. Lavia, he's doubtful for the game, same as Enzo Fernandez. So that could be a big blow for Chelsea because with all Lavia and Fernandez, I think they may struggle. And Haaland, He's Haaland. He's a good goal scorer, even though I don't like his overall play because he is not involved in a game like that. He's only there to score goals. But looking at Chelsea record, 10 consecutive games, you lost 8 against one opposition, only draw 2. That is awful. You cannot be a big team. Your last 10 games against another team, you didn't win any of them. So I think it will be a draw, 2-2 draw. I want to go for Chelsea, but based on their record, I think 2-2 will be a fair result because City 2, they are not in good form. Even though their last 5 Premier League games, they have not lost. But if you look at the team they won against, particularly like West Ham, if West Ham was a good team, they could have been 3-2-3-0 up before City even score their first goal. So I think it's gonna be a draw game in my humble opinion. So we move on to Real Madrid. They will be playing Valladolid. So Real Madrid, they are top of the La Liga with 46 points, 2 points ahead of second place Atletico Madrid, and 7 points ahead of third place Barcelona. Tomorrow they have the chance to increase their lead over Barcelona or Atletico Madrid because Atletico Madrid play ahead of Real Madrid. So, but they just need to win their game to stay top of La Liga. It doesn't matter whether Atletico win, lose, or draw. As long as Real win tomorrow, they will maintain top spot. And tomorrow opposition is Valladolid. And Madrid right now in top form. Vinny, Kylian, and Rodrigo, all of them scoring. So, Mr. Connor, you being a Madrid fan, what's your opinion on that game? What's your take?
Oh yeah, that game. Every game Real Madrid go to, my only fear for the current Real Madrid squad is the defense. Madrid, we don't have problem of scoring goals right now. They can score goal, they can score 1, 2, or 3 or more in a game, but the problem have been the clean sheet. If you look at the Champion League, even the Champion League, Madrid had never had a clean sheet this season. That's one of the major weakness in the current Madrid squad. They can't just keep a clean sheet. I know they did it a couple of times in La Liga, but kind of conceding goal so easily, that's frightening. Hopefully, the manager have been working on that. Hopefully, they can resolve that problem. But I think they will be strong, too strong for Valladolid tomorrow. They will score a couple of goals in that game tomorrow. Vinny is out. He's out due to suspension. I think he got one more game. He was suspended for 2 games. He was banned for 2 games. He played one and he got one to go. So, but you still got Rodrigo. He scored twice. Their last game, and Kylian Mbappe. He pick up his phone. He's scoring goals and he's more involved in the game, and which what many pundits and fans concerned that he's scoring some goals, but he's not involved in the game. But you see Mbappe now taking on players. He's dribbling. He's creating as well. He causing so many problems for opposition defense. This is what people were looking for. This is what Real Madrid want him to do, and he started to do those things that people were already doubting him for. For me, I was one person that never lost any credibility in Mbappe because he's a brilliant footballer. He's been doing this for so many years. He has played so many big games and scores a lot of brilliant goals. And he more involved. He been more involved in big games as well. So I knew it was just a matter of time that he was going to adapt and start doing those things that people were expecting to do. And now we start to see them. All right. So that's there's no doubt of that Madrid going to score a couple of goals tomorrow. My only fear is that defense. But I do believe the return of Alaba it will be a plus for them as well. We just hoping for him to stay fit going through the rest of the season because if you go back to injury, then it become worse for Madrid defense. If you look at Rudiger have been overused. He played almost all of the game. He's the only outstanding natural defender on Real Madrid present team. And he been there for so long. Alaba was gone for a year. Militao is out. And Mendy been off and on. And then Carvajal, who used to help him sometimes center defense, he's gone. So it's been a terrible time. It's been a tough time for the Madrid defense. It's been a tough time for Rudiger. But notwithstanding, he been really solid. He been outstanding. He been brilliant. He been doing his best. Alaba coming back, it will give him some rest. If you look at the leadership in that defense, he had the same capability of Alaba. So all the pressure was on him as leader in the defense. So the addition of Alaba, it will help to make him relax a little bit. So I think their defense will start to improve when Alaba is there with him. Mayfield wise, they still got a good Mayfield. I know they have some shaking movement in a couple of games, but they still got some brilliant guy in that Mayfield. Chomeni, he's still good. He can play the defensive role, and you seen Modric is also playing there. They got a couple of young midfielders on the bench as well. So I don't see any problem with them controlling that game tomorrow. They'll control that game. They'll score a goal. The only doubt I had, but I believe they've been working on it, and the addition of Alaba will be a brilliant. It'll be a brilliant one for them tomorrow. There will be a different Real Madrid tomorrow going to Valladolid. So my prediction is 4-1 in favor of Real Madrid. You tell me,
All
sir.
right, thank you very much for that analysis. Filippo Inzaghi tomorrow, Madrid, they will be at Valladolid, and when they win tomorrow, they will stay top of La Liga because currently Madrid first play 2 points ahead of second play Atletico Madrid and 7 points ahead of third play Barcelona. So, what's your opinion on that game tomorrow, Filippo Inzaghi?
Yeah, we all know that Madrid was struggling in La Liga for some time, but up to now they were able to tap the lead. But going against Valladolid tomorrow, I think that game it will be an easy game for Madrid tomorrow because what they're looking at now, they don't want to lose any game for now because they all want to beat their team now. They all want to beat their team now to be in front of weakening their contenders like Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. Once you are beating your game, it can be very easy for you. It can be very easy for you. Every game they play now is a final for them in La Liga now because we are in a second round now. So Madrid have a good team, and they have some Gigano that Alaba is back now. I believe that they are Mayfi, Tramani, Babade, Luka Modric, and some of the young players then, Ada Gula, Brian Dia, they also there for Madrid. Even though Vinicius is now present now, but Mbappe is taking responsibility now as well. Also, Luka Modric is also making sure of scoring. So Madrid have a good team. I believe that they're going to work on Valladolid tomorrow massively. My prediction is 3-1.
3-1 to Real Madrid. Okay, thank you very much. Uh Madrid first play, and tomorrow opposition is Valladolid. They are the least team in La Liga, and they are in relegation zone. They are 20 place, so it's still going to be a difficult game because we all know when somebody is at the point of death, they can do anything to be safe. So especially Valladolid will be playing home, and as we all know, Madrid defensively, they don't have a lot of natural defender playing in their defense. Luca Vasquez and sometimes Chiomeni in the center defense. And if you look at Fela Mendy, even in Madrid, they have all their best defender. Mendy, he is the weakest link in that Madrid defense. So a lot of time opposition team target his side because that's the place to go to when all Madrid defenders are fit. And tomorrow it will be a little bit difficult because the team is in relegation, so they play home. The home crowd will be up for it. So a lot of the players will try to raise their game. And the only reason I gave him Madrid the edge, the attack, they are clicking. Rodrigo is scoring a lot of goals now. Kylian Mbappe, second highest goal scorer in La Liga with 12 goals, 4 goals behind Robert Lewandowski. And Vinny, I think Vinny is not playing, he's suspended. So probably Brahim Diaz will come to replace Vinny. So it's gonna be a good game tomorrow. But I think Real Madrid gonna win. 2-1 to Real Madrid. Because Valladolid, they are playing home and they are in relegation zone. And with Madrid defense, I think that will make it a little bit difficult for Real Madrid. They may make it a little bit uncomfortable for them, but I think Madrid will still win. So I go for 2-1 to Real Madrid against Valladolid. So we move on to Sunday. And for Sunday, we have Fulham against Manchester United. And Manchester United struggle continues, struggling for fun in the Premier League. 1 win in their last 5 games with 3 losses. Will be at Craven Cottage to play Fulham, who just lost 1 game in their last 5 Premier League games. And it's going to be a very, very difficult game for Manchester United on Sunday. Because Fulham, they have a very good team. They have a very good team. And this is why they are even above Manchester United in the Premier League table. Because right now, they are a better team than Manchester United in the Premier League. And Mr. Cole, you being a Liverpool fan and a Real Madrid, what's your take on that game on Sunday?
Well, it's a huge one. From the Manchester United perspective, I start to believe that what the coach said initially when he took over, that most of the guys on the team don't deserve being on the team. They give the ball away so easily. I start to believe that. We've seen it in so many games since he took over. They kind of getting a low mentality that they just prepare or raise their game for a specific match that they target, maybe a big match or something like that. All right, we saw them against Liverpool. We saw them against Arsenal in the FA Cup. We also saw them against Southampton. They played a brilliant game, and then after that match, and then they went and crumbled to Brighton. That was so disgraceful. So it's just uncertain. They're not kind of like, they don't want to be consistent. I thought that game was a boost for them when they pull out that performance against Liverpool, and then they pull out a draw, and then they win against Arsenal. They knock Arsenal out. Those are tough matches. When you come from there, it should be able to give you some momentum. It should be able to give you some confidence going to your next matches. And they went to the Southampton game. They traded, and then Livingston Town they won the game, which are good for them. The 3 points matter, and they scored 3 goals in that game. And then going to Brighton, their performance of it just took me way back a couple, 2, 3 years ago, or this beginning of the season, is the way Man United was playing. And then I watched part of that game in a Europa against Rangers. They was not at the best as well. They sat there, had a 1 goal lead, and then Rangers canceled that goal. And then in the dying minute, Bruno Fernandes converted another layup from the win that make them to win that game. You cannot win a game, or you cannot be playing. You cannot carry that kind of mentality in a game and say you're going to win. Forehand is from the forehand perspective. They are a very good team. They are a solid team. They cause problem for any opposition. We saw them against Liverpool. All right. They played a very brilliant game against Liverpool. We saw them again because this season. And Man United is not an exception of those teams that they play. So I believe they're going to be all over Man United tomorrow, except where Man
Sunday.
United had to step up their game on Sunday, rather, where Man United had to step up their game and try to take control and try to raise their game individually, try to play together as a team and stop Fulham from doing some of those dangerous plays that they carry on in attack, because they got some brilliant guys and they also good in defense as well. And Man United attack, if you look at it, they are not that much effective. When you look at the striker, be it Zagzi or Holland, any one of them start up front. Sometimes they can just be playing, but you don't see that effectiveness in them. So if you can continue playing game like that, all right. Forehand is a very stubborn team. They can cause any team serious trouble. So that game is going to be a tough one. It's going to be hard. They want to win, and Man United to want to win as well. So it's going to be a 50-50 match. I don't see Man United controlling that game tomorrow to say they're going to control and score goals and try to. No, you're not going. They're not going to do that to Fulham tomorrow. Fulham on the other side, they are not a big team as compared to United. The experience are there from the United side. Fulham also got some experienced players. So that game is going to be a 50-50 match. My prediction for that game tomorrow is a 2-2 draw.
Thank you very much. You said 2-2, right?
2 draw.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Filippo Inzaghi, Sunday, Manchester United, 13 play Manchester United, go to Craven Cottage to play 10 play Fulham in the Premier League. And Man United, they are struggling, particularly at home. They have already lost 10 games in the Premier League, 6 at home. And tomorrow, Sunday opposition is Fulham. What's your take on the game?
Well, my case on the game on Sunday, Man United have to put something in their mind because whenever they playing a smaller size, I think they have that way of they're playing. But now they're going against Fulham tomorrow. We all know that Fulham is the stubborn team in the Premier League. In the Premier League, they have good team when they play home. They have Fener there. The Fener can jubilate for them. You also need they need point. But Man United, what they have to do tomorrow, when they play tomorrow, they should put on their mind that they are going against Arsenal, Chelsea, like Liverpool. They should put that one in their mind. They should not be thinking that actually we are going to play a smaller side. And we all know that 400 is not a smaller side because the last time the Brighton just beat them on their own feet. We all saw it, and the team, the way they play, actually was their performance was very poor. And now they're going another team that's trouble. They're going to play another team. We is Fulham tomorrow. Fulham is the good side. For now they are to 10th position now, and now they have good midfielder. They got talented player. They got good attacker like Raul Jimenez. They have that attacker, and also they have that Nigerian player that play for the AOB. You also making way too. So when you playing against that pool, then you have to try their means to play. Actually, they should go and play like they play a big team. They should not go and sit down to say like this. They have to focus. They focus. They have to play with their heart so they can take sheen from the coach face because they play what the coach and coach trying to do his best. That new coach is trying to do everything that Manchester Man should be the way they were before. But now the people they play out there, most of them they are not willing to play. When you are playing, you have to play with your heart. You have to play with your heart because we all know that Manchester United, we know it from back. They have that type of feeling of winning. But those players are there now, they just there to be eating money, they paying their good money, and they are not really performing. And now we need something. We need the way what Red Devil was looking at before. We want to see that Red Devil again. We want to see that Red Devil again. So that game is a tough game tomorrow. It's an open game. Anybody can win. So my prediction tomorrow, that game is a high game. It's a 50-50. That game will be 1 to Fulham, 1 to Manchester United. Because Manchester United, they are not going to sit down for them to beat them for the second time in row. That only support are giving them now. Because Fulham is a good team. But for me, I support Manchester United going for draw tomorrow. That's what I think for them.
Thank you very much, Philip Inzaki. You know, the game tomorrow, it's gonna be a very hard game for Man United tomorrow because the form Man United in right now is abysmal, absolutely terrible, a very terrible team, very terrible. And the way Man United play, right? They play according to the team they playing. If they play a small team, their game, their performance, they will perform like a small team. If they are playing a big game, then they will raise their game. They play like a big team. Because if you watch the game at the Etihad against Manchester City, 50-50 ball possession, beat Manchester City away from home. You watch the game against Liverpool, 53 to 47 ball possession against Liverpool at Anfield. That's like 50-50 draw, which they could have won again if Harry Maguire was clinical. They could have won again after playing Liverpool toe-to-toe against Liverpool at Anfield, a difficult place to go to. And you watch the game against Arsenal, play against Arsenal, 10 men for over 60 minutes, and then you lose the game, one in a penalty shootout. Then when you go at home, this is a team that lost at home. Forget about the Liverpool game and Tottenham game at home. Lost at home to Nottingham Forest, lost at home to Bournemouth, lost at home to Brighton. So if you're losing at that at home against smaller team, but yet you can go at Anfield and get a result, you can go at the Emirates and get a result, you can go at the Etihad and get a result. So it's a mentality issue. This is why the coach, he knows that mentally most of those players, they are weak. They are not Manchester United players because the way they play. And tomorrow, the only thing that will give me a little bit of hope, sometimes record can make you to get result. Manchester United, their last 10 meetings will fall on. They lost 1, draw 1, and won 8. I think that's the best against any other team in the league. There's no team in our league right now that Man United play 10 times in a row that they won 8. Their team is only Fulham. Their last 10 meeting with Fulham, they won 8, draw 1, lost 1. So that's the only thing that will give me hope a little bit. And we are playing away from home. If that was Old Trafford, I would tell you definitely we'll lose. Because I don't know what is wrong with those guys when they play in home against smaller team. against which opposition? This is a team that lost more games at home than away. Man United is the only team that they got more points away than home. So that says a lot. So I would go for a narrow win, in my opinion, even though I know. And if Onana is in goal, I'll go for a Man United loss. If he's in goal, Man United will lose 2-1. It will be at fault for both goals. But if he's not in goal, Man United will win 2-1. That's my prediction. 2-1 to Man United. So we move on to the Barcelona game. Barcelona will be at home to Valencia. Valencia is in relegation zone. They have been terrible. They sit 19th place in La Liga with just 3 wins. It is so disgraceful for a team at Valencia to be 19th place with just 3 wins. And they are against Barcelona, who are 3rd place this season. They started the season so well, scoring a lot of goals, and a lot of football fans thought Barcelona, they were going to run away with La Liga. But their last 8 La Liga game, just 1 victory, 4 defeats, 3 draw. That is a relegation form. So if you look at all the teams in La Liga, you only base their performance from the last 8 games. That La Liga table will be different. Barcelona will be around the relegation zone if you go by the last 8 games in La Liga. Just 1 victory, 3 draw, that's 6 points from 8. That is absolutely horrendous. 6 points from 8 games. 8 games, 24 points. So they got 6 out of 24 points available to them. So looking at Barcelona form in La Liga, 1 win in 8, 4 defeats, 3 draw. Tomorrow opposition is Valencia, who sit 19th place in La Liga. Mr. Corner, what's your take on that game?
Well, I remember on one of our shows that I predicted that Valencia was going to be relegated, and I think they're on their way because um, they've been so terrible this season. They had Madrid outstanding game with them at the time. People thought that Valencia could cause it could be a turnaround for them to get back on track, but it was not. They had a game in hand, and then 5 minutes of time they let it go. So this is how they've been playing throughout the season. And Barcelona on the other side playing some brilliant football in the Champions League and other competition. And when it comes to the La Liga, they've been so awful. They dropped so many points, dropping 18 points out of, I mean, taking 6 points out of 24 and let go 18 points. That's terrible. You know, there's no exception to that. I know they're a big side, they're playing beautiful football, the other competition, but that's unacceptable. They started brilliantly in the league. They won so many big games. They won Real Madrid with big score in La Liga, and then to find themselves tear play is frustrating. It dropped confidence. You know, you see yourself in such a position playing all this brilliant football, and then just let go the way the league position, and you kind of 7 points behind your main rival. It's awful. But again, you know, there could be a turning point for them. They're still looking for that. There could be a game in La Liga that they can win heavily and then regain their confidence in La Liga, and ongoing they start to win more games. They're still looking for that. Valencia could be one of the team that they can win easily because Valencia have been terrible. But take this into consideration. Valencia is a big side despite their current performance. they also a relegation team. We know teams that are in relegation in every league, they always struggling. We saw uh, uh, Atletico Madrid just lost to Leganes. All right, so it could be any team around that era you play. Then you got to be very careful. They fighting for survival. They're trying to regain their confidence. They try not to be relegated. So there are so many things that can make them to step up their game. So don't underestimate them, and I don't think Barcelona will do that because they've been struggling of recent. But I think one of the things they try to play the bigger side in La Liga. They play them brilliantly. They score goals. We saw them against Real Madrid. We saw them against Sevilla. We saw them against Real Betis. I think Real Betis they draw with Real Betis, and then they lost to Atletico Madrid. So it's just been awful for them. It's just been inconsistent. They've been so inconsistent in La Liga this season. Hopefully, they can get something go out of the Valencia match, but I'm not sure this will happen because Valencia is also struggling to survive. They're also fighting to stay in their ground, not to be relegated. But my prediction for that game, Barcelona being they're going to that game clear favorite for winning that match. And then anything can happen in that game, but I do believe Barcelona is going to do everything possible to win a match. Be a narrow win or huge score, but they're going to come up victorious in that game tomorrow. And my prediction is 3-1 in favor of Barcelona.
All right, 3-1 to Barcelona. Thank you very much for that analysis. Filippo Inzaghi, Barcelona, Mesque un club as they call it. The boys from La Masia, with a lot of young players, they are at home tomorrow to struggling Valencia, who are 19 plays, just one place above 20 plays, 19 in a relegation zone. They are almost there, and tomorrow they play Sunday they play Barcelona. What's your take on that game?
Well, let me come to Valencia first because we know that Valencia is in a relegation zone for now. We saw them against Real Madrid. You know, Valencia they also play. Sometimes they play big. When they play a bigger side, they play good. We saw them against Real Madrid. They played very well. Madrid were able to beat them narrowly. If that mistake that the Venom made the last time, resulted to Bellingham goal, that was a great mistake for them. But Valencia, they can play when they play against Barcelona, they play against Real Madrid, they perform well, and now they are going against Barcelona tomorrow, Sunday. That is going to be a hard game for Barcelona because Valencia want to try to escape from that relegation zone now. And Barcelona too want to beat Real Valencia to go to advance in another stage. But that game is going to be an open game tomorrow. And Valencia now going to sit down to Barcelona to play on them. Because Barcelona going to use some young player then. And Valencia likes that type of player then. When they play young play, when you bring in young player against them, Valencia has some talented players in their squad. They been in a game, they been in a team before. Yes, some of them spent 2 to 3 years. They play in a team. They have that experience in a league. But Barcelona now, their team is surrounded with young players. So if our Hansi Flick now, he get to bench somebody young player, he brings some experienced player like Dijon, Garcia then to use some of them to bench somebody young player, but he will not do it. Flick too, he have some problem when he come to La Liga because he now understand La Liga. If he play more game in 8 games in La Liga, by taking three few points, actually that is not a good stigma for a contender. If you want to become a champion in the league now, you are not doing nothing. So it's not a good stigma for him. So he got to change that way of playing You have to do something. You have to use some put some mechanism in place for you to come up with good result. But you play against Real Madrid were down, you were up. You were playing good football. Now you were tapping the table. You been doing Real Madrid come from behind and come and tap the table and lead you out to 7 like that. It's not a good result for him. So he got to change the way. For tomorrow game, a Sunday game, my prediction I'll go for Barcelona. But maybe that game is going to be 2-0. 2-0 for Barcelona.
Thank you very much, Filippo people Inzaghi, one of the legendary striker there, Filippo Inzaghi. Thank you for that prediction. Anytime, since we've been on the platform, most time when I predict for Barcelona to lose, they win. When I predict for them to win, they draw or lose. So it's gonna be a hard game because Valencia they are dying. A dying man is very dangerous because he can hold on to anything just to survive. He can do anything to survive. And Valencia, all their players going to raise their game on Sunday. As we all know, Barcelona they have a lot of inexperienced players. They have a lot of young players, and that come with inconsistency. Young players will always be inconsistent because they are not a finished product. So, but they have a lot of qualities to win against a struggling team like Valencia, who are 19th place. Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, those three guys, they have enough quality up front to beat Valencia on Sunday. So I think Barcelona will win, even though Valencia will try to pull out a fight because they are dying. They are facing relegation at this moment in time. So I'm going for a Barcelona win, 4-1. I hope it comes the other way around because anytime I predict for them, they don't win. So and let's just go to give our score prediction for the rest of the fixture in the Premier League. Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest. Mr. Carter, what's your prediction for that game?
Uh, that's a tough one. Bournemouth, Bournemouth playing at home. Again, my prediction is 2-1 in favor of Bournemouth.
2-1 to Bournemouth. That's a big one there.
Yeah.
For me, I think Forest win 2-1. Yeah, I think my man Chris Wu will score a double tomorrow. Chris Wu. Vaboy, what's your prediction? Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest.
1-0 for Nottingham Forest.
1-0 to Forest. That's also possible. And we have Brighton at home to Everton. Mr. Carter, what's your prediction? Brighton, they are at home to Everton tomorrow.
Brighton 3-1 in favor of Brighton.
3-1 to Brighton. I think this one gonna be a 2-2 draw because they still having a new manager bounce Everton. David Moyes, after close to 12 years, returned to Goodness Impact, won his first game, and I think this one gonna be a draw. Vaboy, what's your prediction? Brighton versus Everton.
Brighton 2, Everton 1.
Brighton 2, Everton 1. And Southampton versus Newcastle United. Mr. Connor, what's your prediction?
Newcastle 3-1.
3-1 to Newcastle. Oh, Southampton 1, Newcastle 3. It's gonna be a hard game. Southampton, they always having ball possession in most of their game, but they are not clinical enough. And Newcastle having been hammered at home, I think they're gonna win this one 2-1. Cause Vaboy, what's your prediction?
2-1. I see 2-1.
To Newcastle?
Yes.
Okay. So now we move on to Crystal Palace versus Brentford. So, what's your prediction? Palace home to Brentford.
Brentford 2-2.
2-2. Vabo, what's your prediction? For me, 2-1
2-1.
to
Crystal Palace
2-1.
2.
Or 2-1 to Palace. Like the same thing again. 2-1 to Palace. Tottenham versus Leicester City. Mr. Connor, what's your prediction for that one?
I still try to get my man Nasara to win again.
Nah, they're
But
going down. They ain't winning nothing.
2-1 if it was Spurs.
2-1 to Spurs. I think it's gonna be a 3-1 to Spurs. That's my prediction. Verbally, what about you? What's your prediction for that one?
2-1.
To who?
Tottenham 2. That's
Tottenham 2.
that's the one.
Okay, the last one. Okay, we just add Atletico Madrid in there. Let's see.
Aston Villa.
Yeah, coming. I know. We have Aston Villa versus West Ham. So,
Oh,
what's your prediction? Aston Villa.
Aston Villa to West Ham is 2-0 to Aston Villa.
2-0. Philip Izaki, what's your prediction? Aston Villa versus West Ham.
Aston Villa 3. West Ham 1.
Aston Villa 3, West Ham 1. Okay. You say Aston Villa 3, West Ham 1. 2-1 to Aston Villa. So the last one, since Atletico Madrid second play, Atletico Madrid, Diego Simone versus Villarreal. So, Connor, what's your prediction?
I think the Yellow Submarine will be going down tomorrow. So 1-0 to Atletico Madrid.
Villarreal fifth place was it? Second was the fifth. 1-0 to
Yeah.
Diego Simone. I think my prediction for that game is 1-1. What's your prediction, Vabwe? Atletico Madrid and
2-1.
Villarreal.
Atletico Madrid
2-1.
2. Villarreal 1.
Okay, that's it for the prediction. So before we go, and Mr. Kodak, what's your parting comment before we go?
Well, my parting comment goes to um, our fan and follower up there. Those are been taking their time to watch the show, make comments and all this stuff. We appreciate each and every one of you. We appreciate those that haven't had a chance to watch another video, but they want to. We encourage you to go and watch some of those videos. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, the link is always up there. Go ahead and try to subscribe. We need everybody on board, and those that want to be part of this, that want to come on the show to give that
You must
contribution.
gain contact with my Henry. I saw him. He said you want to come on.
Yeah, I saw his comments. I will call him tomorrow. He a Barcelona fan. He always give me trouble. I will call him tomorrow to see maybe we can bring him on Sunday. We encourage all of our friends, um, followers, whosoever that want to come on the show. I know there's a time different where we found ourselves, but we will try to work along with you to do some adjustment. Maybe try to have a show a little bit early from our side.
Especially
Don't get
Sunday.
discouraged. Keep trying. We open to everybody. We open to criticism, like I said on the other show. Um, Anything that's supposed to make us great, we open to opinion from the public. Just be constructive. What you want us to do to be great, we open to that. We listen to everything that you guys say in the comment section. We look at it and we try to work on it. Once again, thank you so much for being there. Thank you to the crew up here today. Thank you to Musa Conan and Vabwit. Um, uh, we hope to enjoy the weekend and be here Sunday again with another episode. Good night to you guys. God bless you.
Thank you very much. You have a pleasant night. Philip Izagi, what's your party comment, my brother? Philip
I
Izagi.
would like to thank, thank to our follower who watching us tonight. I'm very happy, to be for them to be here, for them to be watching us. And you can please go to our football heritage to subscribe. This place is not for any politics or any different thing. Please come and be part of. The show is for everybody. Come and watch, come and see for yourself. Because we are here to entertain our brother and also our follower. Thank you for those who making their comment and also those who not get the time to watch us tonight. I'm very happy for everyone to be part of this show. So if you have time, you are welcome to be part of us.
Thank you very much, Philip Izaki. And thank you for listening. And those that will listen later, because a lot of people will watch later on tomorrow, day after tomorrow, 2, 3 days, even a week after. A lot of people going to watch later. So if you're one of those that will be watching later, thank you very much for your support. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to our channel. We depend on you to help us to make this channel to grow. This is a new channel and we want you to help us to grow this channel because your support means a lot to us. So thank you very much once again for listening. The link is always in the description for you to subscribe to the channel. So you guys can have a pleasant night or you can have a pleasant day no matter wherever you are, which part of the world you are. I know some places it's early morning, some places it's already midday, and where I am is after 8 o'clock p.m. So good night to you guys like in the US, in Canada. Good night to you guys. You guys can have a pleasant day wherever you are. If you are in Africa, Asia, good morning to you or good afternoon to you if you are in Far East Asia. So peace. I'm out of here.